Sunrise somewhere above me. Boom, baby, boom, rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. Your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. Every morning I get up and I am blessed to live my life. This morning is a bit overcasty here in sunny Thailand, but that doesn't mean I don't shine in the inside. I got summer on the inside, and this morning we're going to talk about our decision making processes so we can get the goals that we say that we really want inside, but we don't make the decisions to actually attain. And yesterday, when I was listening to the audiobook, you know, uh, don't believe what you think. One of the things that they were saying is that not only do we torture ourselves with our thoughts, but we are one decision away from making our lives exactly the way we want them to be. Shout out Saints Addiction, let's go. How amazing is that? How amazing is our lives for them to develop? Should I be on this side? Can you see? I don't think you can see. I just rinsed away all the ants. There was ants everywhere, so I guess I'll just chill on this side. Got the frisbee, got the weed, and I'm one decision away from living differently. Yeah, let's get some. Woo! I feel so flexed. I feel so strong. I feel so mentally here with it. Even with breakups and makeups and misunderstandings and friends that don't get it and people that might not ever will. I think the most important thing is that you get it. I'm going to put that out there because it's that important, but I think the most important thing is that you get it. You get that you've been adding up all your decisions and making it into the reality that you have. You get that you've chosen the lifestyle that you have, and you also get that you are one choice away from a hammer being smashed in someone's skull because they're fucking up my morning marijuana motivation. And then again, I just smacked the shit out of their heads. I can't make that decision because that would land me in jail. I got to calm my shit down. And by choosing to calm my shit down, I have now changed the whole trajectory of my life. If I want to go over there and murder this individual for banging around too early in the morning, annoying everybody in earshot, thinking he's going to just keep knocking through my show, I'm going to knock him upside his head, I would feel great about it for a little bit. And then he would be murdered. Then they would track me down. I would be in prison. And I would be really sad about my decision, right? Right. Well, this is what happens in our daily life on a regular basis. Do I wake up on time? Do I stay up late? Do I eat right? Do I fuck right? Do I do any things? Who do I date? Who do I continue dating? What am I looking for in life? Keep banging. I'm gonna bang you upside the motherfucking head, motherfucker. That's what life feels like. That's what life's been teaching us slowly but surely, each day, every day, that if we keep chipping away, right? If we keep making the same decisions that we make every day, guess what our results will be? And that's just the facts of life. I was going to call this show One Monkey Don't Stop No Show, but I just thought it was so powerful to say that you're one decision away from making your life a reality. Maybe it's going over and talking to that girl. Maybe it's starting that project that you had in your mind. Maybe it's going to go after that raise that you deserve or ask for in your life. There's so many avenues and options for all of us, but what do? We make the same decisions. We want everything to be the same and have no change. And I'm here to tell you the only change is only constant in the universe is change. And if you continually to make better decisions and change your output and change your outcome and trajectory in your life, guess what you will get? That's right, my friends. You will get a different results. And that's what we're all about over here at Saints Addiction. I didn't want to be an addict anymore. I didn't want to be the guy that was self-sabotaging or harming myself or finding myself in jail or finding myself homeless or finding myself heartbroken. I was sick of it, bro. I think you got to get pissed enough to miss the bus. It's something that happens in all of us. But it's something that you're going to have to actually make a decision inside your own consciousness and say, okay, enough's enough. I don't want to keep self-sabotaging myself. I don't want to keep making decisions that get me broken up with, or I don't want to keep making decisions that hurt my diet, or I don't want to keep making decisions that sedate me And that's one of the biggest ones I see out there is the sedation. You know, the I'm just going to play on my phone a little bit longer. I'm just going to sleep in. I have no desire. I have no patience. I can't feel the lack of these things at all. But this is exactly what's happening. So that's what we end up happening in our lives is we keep going away, going, yeah, let me just get another coffee. There goes $5. Let me just skip my gym workout. There goes my mental health. You know, let me go off on another dude on a motorcycle and expect me to not be single after that. Keep making those choices, bruv. Keep doing you. You got a free spirit. You have free will. But what does your will end up deciding? And that's how you know if your will is free or not. You know what I'm saying? If you keep deciding certain things and getting certain outcomes, then you know what you've been doing. You know that you've been being the antithesis of your growth. You are being the person that is drilling holes in your own canoe. And a lot of people, they don't have a clue. They just keep going, why do I keep dating these losers? It's like, well, did you do your homework? Like, did you see that this guy was abusive? Did you see that your mom dated an abusive human being? Did you not see the repetitive behavior coming into your lens, into your foresight, or did you choose to ignore it? There's the decision right there. Oh, we're all going into the bank and breaking in, and I was in the car with them. Boom, you're now looking at federal penitentiary time. Oh, you want to kill my 5-month-old baby? Okay, well now you're the human being that doesn't have a child. What if you lose one of your 2 children? What, by God forbid, you lose one of your children and then you killed a child. Wouldn't that be just desserts? Wouldn't that be your karma? Because you would have had 3 children and a spare child. But now, because you quit one child, what if one of your children get hurt? Now you don't have shit. And you look at your decisions and you start to calculate it and you go, oh shit, I haven't been adding it up. I haven't been doing the due diligence inside of me to make proper decisions so that I would be proud of me later. My friend I was telling you guys about went right back to drinking. All of us were going to do an intervention with him, sit down with him, talk with him. Guess who stopped answering the phone? Guess who stopped showing up? And guess who went back to drinking? That's right. He went right back to it as if it was going to alleviate it, as if he could forget about the ice that he smoked, or that he cried for an hour, or that all that shit went out the window. You know what it's like when a person, oh, I'm not going to drink anymore, and then next weekend they're drunk, and you're just like, what happened to your speech, bro? You know, cool speech, bro. You know, like, that's what we do. We tell ourselves up. My buddy was walking around for 6 hours one day. I quit drinking, I quit drinking, I quit drinking. Really, he quit smoking because he had a headache, but we lie to ourselves. We lie to ourselves like, I don't love him. I'm over him. Nothing else matters. Everything's moving forward. I don't give a shit. And, you can tell yourself you don't give a shit, but your emotions predict differently. If you're getting riled up and if your fucking heart rate's moving and you can't stop yourself from being overly emotional or shit to fucking come out of whack in you, guess what, bro? You're in that lifestyle. You're in that zone. This is how your decisions are going to calculate. And most people would be like, that's an easy decision to make. God forbid you were in love. Yep. God forbid you were greedy. God forbid you had any of the 7 deadly sins that we all have, because guess what? They're going to turn their ugly little heads. They're going to be like, how did my buddy get into a $250,000 debt from some chick that fucking embezzled on him? She walked around telling everybody she was rich and she was going to invest in all their property. And then they started spilling in their money and telling their friends, and find out she goes around and she cons people out of their money. And the first thing I said is like, well, now you learned the lesson of greed. He said, I wouldn't say that I'm greedy. And I said, bro, for sure, if she didn't flash all that money in front of you and you didn't want money so bad, you wouldn't be in the decision-making process that you had. And he didn't want to hear that. And I was like, hey, man, I would have never got arrested. My first time ever being arrested, I had 42 pills and 5 capsules in my pocket, right? Like, this is just keeping it real with everybody. And it would have never happened if I didn't get greedy and bring all my pills into the situation that I had. I literally brought all my pills into the club with me. It was in my pocket. Somebody comes up to me, throws the bill into my pocket, and then all of a sudden the cops come on me and arrest me. It was greed. I could have just grabbed a couple pills and just flipped them one by one, but no, your boy Saint had to be greedy. I had to pull all my pills with me. I had to start selling drugs so that I could get ahead in life and weaken my fellow man and weaken their finances and their mental health because I wanted to get rich. And then now all of a sudden I got plenty of my whole stash of ecstasy pills in my pocket because of greed. And I said, I'll never be greedy again. And to this day, money ain't my friend. But there's some people that do that, bro. They'll fucking cut off their mama's hand just to fucking get ahead. And you're just like, man, there ain't not enough money my mom could win in a settlement to make me not want my mama no more. You can't replace my mama saying, Mark, or I'm proud of you, or what you want for dinner, honey. You know what I mean? Like, that right there is priceless. But what do we choose? We choose girls that don't cook for us. We choose and mind me, I'm getting over the sickness. And that's where we're shocked. We're shocked that we're one decision away from making our lives. Getting up earlier, eating better, recording a show, doing anything that is in our fucking power to do, we skip. We're like, well, I don't feel like working out. Well, shit, how my gun's gonna be pumped up unless I do the pull-ups? Oh, I'm just gonna let her run off with some dude on a motorcycle. Well, shit, how's that gonna look when it's time to pick up our kids from school? Right? Like, our decisions are so clear to other people, right? Like, to other people, when they're watching other people's situations from the outside looking in, they'll be like, ooh, I wouldn't have done that. And I'm like, it's easy to Monday quarterback everybody because now you have the facts. You have the forefront in the future to look at other things and be like, oh, well, that was a bad decision. Napoleon thought he was making the best decision in Waterloo until it ended the wrong way, right? Like, we all think we're making the best decisions that we can because that's what we feel. We feel inside, be like, okay, if I do this, then this is what's really going to make me happy. If I keep texting her 18 times in a row, then I'm going to feel justified. I'm going to let out my emotionality, and then she's going to really know that I love her. Truth be told, she's probably sitting there on somebody else's lap going, this dude's spinning, bro. He's mentally unstable. I don't want nothing to do with him. He's scaring me away. And the very thing that you thought was bringing you closer to your goals has now pushed you further away. Have you ever felt that before? Have you ever felt Saints addiction before, where you were sitting there going like, you know what? I'm trying to move my life ahead. I'm trying to do something for my future. I'm trying to do something that makes me feel a more positive outcome in my life and get some results. And then all of a sudden I choose the same old shit again. I'm choosing this motherfucker with the fucking hammer trying to fucking do something through my show. And if I want to rattle myself fucking up, yo, then guess what the fuck's gonna happen? Exactly, bro. Exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna rile myself up. I'm gonna get into a fight. Shit's gonna not go right, and then all of a sudden my whole Friday is blown. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about watching myself through the forest of the trees, watching myself lose my temper, watching myself lose trust with people, and watching myself lose my baby because I got this way. I let myself get loose. I let myself get emotional. I made the wrong decision, and for that I paid the ultimate price. And that's when it started to dawn on me. I was like, fuck, I'm too loose in the caboose, bro. I'm too emotional. I'm letting motherfuckers come around me with their stupid little hammer, drive me nuts through my show when I probably could be recording somewhere else. And that's all I'm doing is just get a little bit louder than stupid over there. Stupid. You know what I mean? And not let myself get stupid. Stupid. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get somebody to be like, oh, I got Mark all twisted up. He's so emotional. He's going to do crazy shit. He's going to fly to the other side of the ocean. He's going to swim in the middle of the bay. He's going to start swinging on motherfuckers even though these girls are choosing them and they're still hammering every fucking day. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, if I'm over here in my own world, if I'm over here in my own mind and I don't want somebody to fuck up my shit, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to gather myself right, get outside, smoke my spliff, and chill the fuck out. Because this motherfucker need to know he's annoying, but he don't need to annoy me and fuck up my chi, so I start making worse decisions throughout the day. I just started saying, like, man, if it's nothing more than me being more optimal, when she went off with that other dude on the motorcycle, of course I was crushed. I was like, it was a vision that I had seen, but I didn't want to actually see in my real life. I known that my son was going to be aborted. I had a vision of her laying and tears flowing and my kid dying, and it was all bad, bro. Like, I had a vision all the way in Brazil. It was something I never could undo. I had a vision that she would be all smiley with some dude grabbing on his around his waist and just happy to be free with him and go run off into the beach. And then it happened. It was true. I had another vision that the other homie, next time I seen him, he was going to be on a towel next to the girls I introduced him to. Little cock blocker. And what happened? Boom. Next time I saw him, he was with those girls. And then I blocked him. My decisions, I don't need you to be around you. And he sees me, he still comes back to this island, and maybe I should get him kicked off a lonely beach and be like, I don't need you to come around here no more, homie. You're not the one. You know, I could go that way with it. I could have gone that way with it, but I'm going to bless up with it instead. I'm going to start doing my own morning motivation. I'm going to start making better decisions for myself instead of against myself. I'm going to allow myself to not get emotionally unstable and want to relapse and do drugs that are really going to fuck up my emotional stability, my inner chemistry, and the outcome for sure. We always look at people. My friend goes, "Oh man, he was glassy-eyed. He looked like he was smoking ice." I wonder why he looked like he was smoking ice, bro. Yeah, because he was smoking ice, bro. And that's exactly what's happening. Like, by the time you're hitting the glass pipe, sucking on that glass dick, you will have seen yourself slip. You would have seen yourself slip into the distance and do some shit that you would normally ever do. And now that you've compromised yourself and made worse decisions, this is why they call it spiraling, because that's what we start to do. We start to make one worst decision after another because we pinned ourselves in. It's called a trap house for a reason. You get trapped in the trap house, bro. You don't get out of the trap house. It's not an outhouse. It's a say no to drugs. Well, I'm over here saying Saints Addiction. Thank you for watching, Erica. But we all one decision away from being in a better position. We all one decision away from changing our outcome and watching ourselves get empowered. Instead of these other things weakening us, we put the Thanos stone in it, right? No hugs, not drugs. You know, hugs over drugs, baby. That's one of the Saints. No, mostly Saints over series, the over series shirts. But it wasn't even just the drugs. It could be simple as treating yourself right. Not binge drinking, or that's a drug, but like not binge watching is what I really wanted to say. Not having, hey, this motherfucker keeps hammering. I'm sick of his shit, bro. I'm about to go over there and regulate, you know? So it's one of those, dude, where we sit inside of ourselves with all this energy and all these emotions and all this shit, and we wonder why it doesn't drive us fucking nuts. It's like you're driving yourself nuts. You're like letting that guy drive you nuts. You're allowing people. I could go easily inside in the aircon and just chill the fuck out, not hear any of the hammering, but I like to be outside and have some peace of mind and peace of quiet. I'm at a different location, but yeah, that's what's happening. You know, it's happening to us all. We are getting flooded with information. We are getting flooded with emotions. We are getting flooded with decisions. And then we're trying to computer process, CPU that bitch, AI that bitch, and just go, what's going to make the future the best? And then that's when we know. That's when we know what we've decided. You go look back in your life and go, damn, bro. If I didn't get drunk that night, he would have never slept with me. Or if I didn't go back to go get the Frisbee, my homie wouldn't have gotten to a fight. Or if I woulda, shoulda, coulda, any, like what we say, ifs and buts and candy and nuts, oh, what a Merry Christmas we all have, right? You know, cancel the ifs and the buts, man. Start doing the cans and do's. Get your cans and do's out. Start saying, I can control myself and my emotions. I do make better decisions, and this is the result of them. You know, it isn't just like I fell. Everybody wants to have six-pack abs, but nobody wants to control their ice cream habit. Everybody wants to have peace of mind, but nobody wants to practice meditation. Everybody hates depression, but they don't want to practice exercise. And it's such a dichotomy of things. I literally had to switch away from these addictions, these quick fixes, these fast twitch muscles, these fake happinesses, and switch it to something more sustainable. I'm so much more happier that I can breathe. Yeah. Thank you, cock-a-doodle-doo. I'm so much happier that I have clarity. I'm so much happier that I decided not to just sit there in Vegas, be all depressed, being on the couches. I risked it for the biscuit. And that's what I'm learning from Robert Greene's book, too. He's like, people are so afraid of failure that they might not ever try. They'll self-sabotage, shoot themselves in both feet, and sit on the couch and eat fucking cookies and go, someone else stole my idea. I'm watching the channel. How many times have you had an idea and an infomercial came on and go, this person took action, they lived their lives, and now they're living the results of taking action. But most people won't take action because they fear of rejection. They're not going to approach the woman and change their life. That one decision, that 10 seconds of bravery that my buddy won't ever fucking do. He just rather self-harm himself. He's been broken up with her for 4 to 6 months. He's twisting himself all up in his head, and he's one lay away from getting over that other girl. To get over the other one, you need to get under another one. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to torture himself. He wants to smoke ice. He wants to make bad decisions. And I'm just talking about this twice because I saw him last night and he was drunk again and staying away from me and staying away from his friends in a circle of influence and hiding behind all the fake dopamine he wants. But guess what? He is still making the decision. He is still making the decision. I know, bro. Ice, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's a great guy. And I don't want to say his name, but like literally he has a good name. And here it comes. Here she comes. Hey! Morning! You happy? Morning. Happy? Yes, very. I'm almost done with the show. I'm almost done with the show. Yeah, doing the morning motivation. Yeah, I am enjoying that. Thank you. So one decision away and he could change the whole outcome of his day. He could become a better human being. He could be the friend that we all know and love. And instead he's going there, hanging out with the hookers, doing fucking ice, smoking with these chicks, blowing his fucking head off, making himself feel good inside. But he's also making decisions that will change his outcome later. And that's all that this is. It was an attention to, oh, wait, I got all this energy at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go chase lines of blow. Yeah, sure. All of a sudden, I'm up 3-story building like Spider-Man because there's some pussy up there. Oh, I got all this energy for chilling at I don't know, an event or chilling at the what do you do it? I don't know, going to a concert or a festival, and all of a sudden you got all the supplies, all the money for a festival, but as soon as it's time to do your homework, you ain't doing shit about it. How many people do you know that got all that energy? How many of my friends in Vegas always seem to have gas money to make it to the drum circle, but they ain't got no money to eat? Decisions are made left, right, and straight, bro. And if I had to take a guess at it, they probably picked up some beers on the way. Where'd they get the money for that? Where'd they get the money for the drugs? Where'd they get money for the love? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, you will find a way. If you want a coffee bad enough, you're looking for your change. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we are. And all I said to myself was, I'm identifying the amount of energy I'm putting in these bad decisions, these drugs, and these fake dopamines. And then I started to realize that it was giving me fake decisions. That was giving me fake results, and it was fake fucking news. And that really bugged me, bro. That I was the one that decided to go get those ecstasy pills and get arrested. I was the one that decided to smoke weed in South Korean prison and did 6 months of prison time for it. I was the one that decided to go travel instead of being suicidal. The decisions were mine. And if I hadn't chose that, I would have for sure kept repeating the same decisions. I would have kept staying overweight. I would have kept staying doing cocaine. I would have kept living in Vegas and never have left and never met any international people, never rubbed elbows with people that give me money or investors or affluent people. I would have never expanded my horizons and spoke different languages. I would have never made love to all these beautiful women and be able to pull that shit off. I would have never been in shape. Let me just show off the results. Never been in fucking shape if it wasn't for the decisions I make every day. I just started to choose myself, bro. I just started to choose myself. You know, like this was out to here, bro. And now people are like, oh yeah, let me do some tren, let me do some deca, let me do some steroids, let me do some Anvar or whatever the fuck they start talking like Greek god names and shit, you know? And I'm like, I'm just gonna fast. I'm going to stop binging on sugar at night. I'm going to get away from fast food. The same shit we all say. I'm going to go walk in the morning and get some exercise. I'm going to exercise regularly. And then it happens. Then it comes down to it is, are you going to make that actual decision? Are you actually going to do the work so you can actually get the results? And most of us are just shaming ourselves. We're just shooting ourselves in our foot. We don't want to see ourselves strong. We'd rather wallow in our pain and destroy ourselves. And we're the first ones to watch it. You know what I'm saying? You're the first one on the front line, first row of the movie. You're literally Only you can write the next chapter. You're really the star of your own show. And whatever you decide and choose will be the way that you lose. And or win, depending on how you choose. If you can't have any kind of emotional stability, I think of like gamblers. You know, my friend will be he'll be losing all his money. We're about to go into the club, and I'm tapping him at the 21 table, like, come on, man, let's go. No, man, go without me. That choice right there made him lose all his money that night. And because he couldn't emotionally regulate and control himself, he now changed the whole trajectory of the night. And that's just what I started to see. I said, okay, man. And whenever nobody's looking, I'm not going to snort no lines. I'm looking. I'm the one's watching. I'm the one with the results. I'm the one with the hangover. I'm the one with the 3 days, 3 nights in an Ensenada prison because I had this much blow in my pocket and I was too drugged up to do anything about it. Do I blame the people that put the drugs in my drink, or do I blame myself because I brought the coke? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. Accountability is a motherfucker. That they said no to weed in South Korea. That this amount of weed, this little 3.58 grams, sent me almost away for 5 years of my life. I spent 6 months in prison for this kind of amount of weed. No means no. And some of us have tough time telling ourselves no. Some of us have a tough time changing, and some of us have tough time visualizing. We don't see it. We want to see ourselves all wild up and he did this and all that. And I'm like, why'd you choose him? I don't want to talk about that. And, you know, like, bitch, you need to start talking about it. Why is every other guy you date's narcissistic? Is it you? Is it you? Like my ex used to say, is it you? It is you. You are the one making narcissistic decisions. You didn't even consult me. You just hopped on the back of a motorcycle and just said, hey, open relationship. And I'm like, I'm not in an open relationship. Hey, come get your stuff. I've already packed it for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ain't gonna happen, homie. Not on my watch, not the way that I make decisions. Me, I'd rather openly communicate and plan things and build a future and buy these bungalows and start a family and let you move in. Those were all my decisions. I undid my decision. I said, okay, you're not living here any longer. You chose that guy. Go on the motorcycle with him. You make bad decisions, hashtag bad choices. And because of the way your brain works, I can no longer work with you. And then now I'm not attached to the drama queen no more. I don't have all these ups and downs. Here, quick, find me a quick conference room. And I'm like, that's your accountability. She tried throwing it back at me. I thought you had this handled. You've been knowing for weeks and months to get this handled, and you just put it on me today and wanted me to save your day instead of being Captain Save-A-Ho, instead of you being Captain Accountable and actually finding the things that you need for your own future and for your own financial stability. Don't put it on me. Don't infight. Can you imagine a teammate where you're like, you dropped the ball. What the fuck, bro? Man, you're supposed to catch that ball. We're paying you all this money. What kind of NFL team is that? Or how about the quarterback that once you come back, they go, don't worry about that throw. Next throw will be better. Don't you worry about a motherfucking thing and let that shit happen. No, nobody wants to do any of that. They don't want to fucking look at that ass. They don't want to fucking actually look at themselves being an ass and seeing them make stupid decisions. No, let's put that on everyone else. My mommy, my daddy, my upbringing, my ADHD, my OCD, all these things that I have yet to control in me are now controlling me, and they're controlling my decisions and controlling my outcome, and I've been powerless to them. Well, let me let you in on one before I let you go. This is the morning motivation. My great aunt told me, you got to start take care of you and yours. You need to get empowered. You need to show yourself that you have power, inner power, willpower to be actually will yourself away from the repetitive behaviors, the destructive patterns, the self-sabotaging, and make sure you get yourself up enough. Your attitude will lift your altitude, and then you can start seeing clearly. I talked about it yesterday. Then you can start to soar. It's not going to be off drugs. That's like a rocket that just falls out of the sky. No. You need to have a spaceship. And this spaceship is going in one direction and one direction only. And once you become that obsessed, once you become that technical, and once you become that advanced, then you're going to get to the moon. And only then will you get to the moon. So stop lying to yourself, right? Stop abusing yourself. Stop the self-sabotage. Get some accountability, get some motivation, and get some motherfucking goals and chase them like you chase your motherfucking drugs, and then you will have Saints addiction. That's your morning motivation. On my heart from the start, right there. That was real. Come and get some. get some out of your life, and I'm gonna go get some right now. So peace and love. And as always, chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, subscribe, and comment below. But more importantly, start choosing yourself. Start choosing your goals. Start choosing your life, and start choosing the way that you actually want it to be, instead of doing these repetitive things and being surprised that it never changes and you're never happy. It's on you, homie. Only you can write the next chapter of your life, and I need you to know that today. Boom, baby, boom. That's my show. I'm gonna finish smoke, and I'm gonna go tap that ass. Ciao. Bella. Beijos. I'll see you on the other side.